Uganda, the Executive Secretary, and all of you, including member states, the media, IGAD partners who are here. IGAD partners who are here are Platform for Disaster Displacement, Geneva, Switzerland. We also have the International Labour Organization, who has been working with you the last 7 years on labor governance. Which other partner is here? IOM here. I think they're arriving at a 10 o'clock flight from Nairobi, but we expect them to be here. The other very strong partners we have here are the European Union. We have both the delegation of the European Union to the Republic of Uganda and also a delegate from the European Union delegation to the Republic of Djibouti and to IGAD. If there are any other partners coming, I will let you know. I would like once again to inform you that I request when you leave for Entebbe after this event, you carry your folder, because that's your agenda for the next 3 days. Do not leave it on your desk, it's yours. I would also like to request that you take note of it and read it and understand areas where you're supposed to make presentations as countries on the thematic areas of immigration, labor, disaster management, even statistics, transhumance and livestock management. Please ensure that you are fully prepared for your member state country session. I beg your pardon. So again, I would like, on behalf of the Executive Secretary, Dr. Workenegebeyehu, the Executive Secretary of IGAD, and on behalf of all IGAD staff at the Secretariat, to appreciate your commitment to be here in Uganda at this time. I know you're very busy, but above all, to wake up at 6 a.m. and come by buses from Entebbe to Kampala. We really appreciate. Thank you for supporting the Secretariat. As I mentioned, the event and the session of the signing of the protocol will be a 30-minute event, because the Honorable Minister has given you advance notice that he has another engagement, and so he will leave us to proceed with the ceremony. After he has signed the protocols, he will leave us. But I also request, as soon as the protocols are signed and the minister is going out, we all follow him to the front of the conference center and take a group photograph with the Honorable Minister. So I would like to request the media team, our camera team, to be ahead of all of us and make sure you're waiting for us at the steps in front of the conference center for the global photograph of the event. Administration, if there are any issues you'd like to raise with the Secretariat, I would like to introduce to you our colleagues, Nimo. Madam Nimo received you, she's been in touch with you. Please keep in touch with her. She will support you on any administrative detail. Just to let you know, when the guest of honor enters the room, we request all of us to stand and remain standing for the national anthem, the East African anthem, and the African Union anthem. Because IGAD anthem, I think you have not yet sent it to the Secretariat. So we shall sing one stance of the African Union. I think my microphone collapsed. Okay, it's back. Thank you, team. Excellencies and distinguished experts, on the request of the Chair of IGAD, Government of Djibouti, we will be having the representative of IGAD Chair, the Republic of Djibouti, read his speech in French at this ceremony. But at the same time, it would have been best to have a translation. Oh, sorry, interpretation. But the challenge is the interpreters are in Entebbe. We did not foresee we would have opportunity even to read the speech because we had been given a very short time for the ceremony. So I request that His Excellency will read the speech again in Entebbe with full interpretation. For now, he will read it for the global audience, and some of you understand French. And then in Entebbe, we shall have the opportunity to listen to him when we all have our interpretation service. Is that agreeable? Kenya, is that agreeable? Sudan? South Sudan? We have the professional interpreters right now, they're in the conference center in Entebbe, not here. So would like to beg your indulgence that the interpretation will happen in Entebbe of the same speech that we shall prepare, we shall read, His Excellency will read this morning from here. EU-IGAD Secretariat is pleased to welcome the Honorable Minister of State for Gender, Labor and Social Development in charge of children and youth, the Honorable Balaam Baruhagara. Most welcome, sir. Sir, hosting you today is the IGAD member states. They are very happy that you could make it to this very short ceremony, actually, with the Honorable Minister of Foreign Affairs and your counterpart, the Honorable Minister of State, Minister of Internal Affairs, with our partners, the EU, the IGAD Secretariat, the Executive Secretary is here. He's having a briefing with the Honorable Minister, General J.J. Odongo, and then they will join you shortly, Honorable Minister. May I have your attention? Excellencies and distinguished delegates, we are honored to receive a very important delegation. His Excellency, the Executive Secretary, has brought to us a guest of honor, the Honorable Minister of Foreign Affairs of the Republic of Uganda, His Excellency, Honorable General J.J. Odongo. Your Excellency, Dr. Workene, thank you for bringing our guests. We are very pleased to receive you, General. I recall a time when you actually officiated at a meeting of South Sudan discussing this protocol in Sheraton. They took off from Juba to come here and discuss this protocol, and today you're here to sign the protocol yourself. Honorable Minister, we are truly honored. I would like to request the audience to stand up together with the guests, our VIP guests, so that we can sing the national anthem, the East African anthem, and the AU anthem. Media team.
Tuwezeshe kuishi kwa amani, tutimize na malengo yetu. Jumuiya yetu sote tuilinde, tuajibike, tuimarike. Umoja wetu ni nguzo yetu, idumu jumuiya yetu.
Excellencies, please have your seats. Delegates, please have your seats. Our guests of honor, the Honorable Minister, Honorable General JJ, again the IGAD Secretariat welcomes you warmly to this very short event. The IGAD Secretariat has been informed you have about 25 minutes with us, and therefore we will be moving very fast to enable you go and attend to other state duties that your staff have fully informed us about. Honorable Minister, together with you, you came with His Excellency Dr. Workene Gebeyehu. Together with you is His Excellency Gullian Chatra, the Deputy Head of Delegation of the EU to the Republic of Uganda. We're expecting to receive the Honorable General David Muhosi, the Minister of State for Internal Affairs. You have with you, Her Excellency Madam Fatia Loan from IGAD Secretariat, Djibouti. We're expecting to receive Honorable Lilian Aber, in charge of relief, disaster preparedness, and refugees. You have with you, Honorable Minister, the representative of IGAD chair, the Republic of Djibouti. He is Colonel Idris, is with you. Together with us, we are honored to have Honorable Balam Baruhagare. He's the State Minister for Gender, Labor and Social Development in charge of children and youth. And therefore, Honorable Minister, we shall not keep you very long, but I would like to inform you that we request that you allow the IGAD Secretariat to officially welcome you at the highest level. And I would like to welcome Madam Fatia Loan, the Director of Social Development, to address the meeting, and then she will welcome His Excellency, the Executive Secretary.
Good morning, Excellencies, and thank you, Madam Lucy, who was actually leading technically this protocol with our colleagues. Let me, Excellencies, welcome today all your Excellencies in this beautiful city of Uganda, which is also the Pearl of Africa. Excellencies, Honorable General J.J. Odongo, the Minister of Foreign Affairs of the Government of Republic of Uganda, Excellencies, Dr. Werkene Gebeyehu, the IGAD Executive Secretary, Excellencies, Ministers from the Cabinet Government of Uganda, His Excellency also Guillaume Chartrain, who is the Deputy Head of the EU Delegation, to all IGAD colleagues, ladies and gentlemen. Let me, Excellencies, because I will not take much, I know His Excellency will delivering the statement on behalf of IGAD. But just, I would like to welcome all of you once again to this very historic and important day to our region for one of the flagship program, which is the free movement of persons and transhumans. We thank also our Excellencies, Dr. Werkene, who will be supporting us to moving forward this initiative, which is also an initiative which is also part and parcel of the regional integration. As a regional economic community, we have been working very hard with the African Union, but also with our member state to make actually this day a historic day, not only, of course, today that the country, also Republic of Uganda, will be signing, but also we want this protocol to be a reality where our people will be really moving and also having access to the labor mobility within our region or in the continent, but also with the rest of the benefit. I will not take much. I would like to say again to thank the European Union for the continued support. We know that we'll be closing this phase by June, and also we would like to thank the European Union that had already approved another 15 million for the follow-up for the ratification and the implementation of this protocol. Once again, thank you, and let me call upon His Excellency Dr. Werkene Gebeyehu to deliver his speech. Thank you, Excellencies.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Madam Lucy, Madam Fatia. Your Excellency, Honorable J.J. Odinga Abubakar, Minister of Foreign Affairs of the Republic of Uganda, Excellency, the Chair of IGAD, Republic of Djibouti, represented by representative here, His Excellency Guleme Charitian, Deputy Head of Delegation, EU Delegation to the Republic of Uganda, officials and experts of IGAD member states, IGAD partners, media, my colleagues from IGAD. Really, it's a great honor to welcome you today to this auspicious occasion at which the Republic of Uganda will sign the Protocol of Free Movement of Persons in IGAD region. This is another testament. This is another show of commitment of the Republic of Uganda for the integration of our region. Your Excellencies, let me remind you, last time we did very important heads of states meeting here in Uganda, in Kampala. Very important, very challenging, but very successful. I thank His Excellency President Museveni for his leadership. That was really a challenge that we were passing through. So by the wisdom of the leadership here, we passed that very important meetings with very important decisions. So I thank you, Your Excellency, you and the people of Uganda. This special event is part of the 3 days meeting of IGAD member states that will review the progress so far made with respect to the signing, ratification and domestication of the protocol since the IGAD ministerial meeting held in Khartoum in February 2020. It was the Khartoum ministerial meeting that all IGAD ministers responsible for labor and interior, as well as IGAD committees of ambassadors, endorsed this protocol with the call to all member states to fast track the requisite legal process for full implementation. So far, protocol has been signed by the Republic of Sudan, Republic of South Sudan, Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia, and the Federal Republic of Somalia, one of our founding member states of IGAD, the Republic of Uganda. Your Excellencies, the aim of this protocol is to achieve a progressive realization of a free movement of persons regime in IGAD region that is safe and beneficial to the citizens of this region. Your Excellencies, the best example for this is Uganda. Always when I came here, I realized that Kampala is only not the city of the Ugandans. Kampala is the city of Africans who is living freely, working freely. So I am very thankful for the leadership for His Excellency President Museveni. Your Excellency, between 2017 and 2020, IGAD member states made wide consultation and agreed on the roadmap for the progressive realization of the implementation of the protocol. The free movement of persons regime for IGAD region will facilitate options for secure livelihoods for population living in fragile ecosystems faced with adversity of frequent droughts and flood from climate change. In addition, a free movement regime will facilitate higher volume of regional trade, improved access to basic social services, access by governments to enriched marginal communities, as well as improved governance of the rural areas. The development benefits of remittances cannot be overemphasized. Moreover, member states will benefit from labor mobility and shared investments projects that are evident in the free movement regime. Your Excellencies, at institutional level, free movement regime will also place a demand on member states to enhance their capacities in governance and management of migration and immigration to be safe, orderly, and beneficial. While IGAD member states have worked tirelessly toward the preparation of this protocol, as envisaged in Article 7B of the agreement establishing IGAD in 1996, it is regrettable to note that IGAD region lags behind from sisterly blocs such as East African Community and ECOWAS in this regard. So today's move is an inch to reach to equalize ourselves with other blocs. The progress of signing of the protocol today framework on free movement of persons and migration in general. Excellencies, as we pursue this important endeavor, we make a direct contribution toward the realization of African continental free trade areas. We confront challenges of fragility in IGAD region arising from natural disasters, drought, floods, conflicts, which is happening in our region. We manage migration drivers and root causes which create masses of irregular migrants Some of them are going through long desert and big ocean. Most of them are losing their life. We enhance protection for migrants in general and labor migrants in particular, and many more benefits. The important milestone we are reaching today, Your Excellencies, would not have been possible without cooperation and collaboration with various partners and the full support of the IGAD member states. Your Excellency, allow me to appreciate to the European Union for the financial support and the support European Union is making for this very important project and others. And also the United Nations, ILO, IOM, social partners that are HAC2 and CIE for the technical cooperation. This strategic partnership has produced various outputs, including the Protocol of Transhumans that is also available for consideration by Uganda and other IGAD member states. My technical team is available to continue. Also, you know that one of the biggest wells we Africans have are cattle, which move from border to border. They cross from one country to another. Protocol which is signed. Military partnership investments that butters the protocol on free movement. For example, through the Regional Migration Fund financed by Germany, that is KfW, we conducted investment planning to enhance economic opportunities and improve social cohesion of people, that is migrants, refugees, and I wish to appeal to the remaining member states that have not yet signed the protocol to consider this action in the near future. I call for sustained technical and financial partnership between IGAD Secretariat, member states, and development partners to support the implementation of the roadmap of the free movement regime in IGAD region. On this note, Your Excellency, Minister, I would like to express my special thanks to you and the government of the Republic of Uganda, IGAD region, and to promote and to implement this protocol. I wish you successful policy event on the IGAD protocol.
Your Excellency, Dr. Workene, thank you too for guiding the Secretariat, the team of the protocol to make this a reality, both by means of a process for the last years, but also for the success of this event today. Your Excellency, our guest of honor, Excellencies and distinguished delegates, I would also like to inform you that all the past 7 years, the Office of the Attorney General has been at the forefront of working with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of the government of Uganda towards the successful development and conclusion of the protocol. And therefore, we are honored to have the Deputy Attorney General and Minister of State for Justice and Constitutional Affairs, Honorable Jackson Kafuzi, with us. Sir, you're most welcome. And thank you so much for your team for always working with the Secretariat. Excellency, guests of honor, in the agenda, we have a lineup of very important speeches, but the Secretariat has been requested that we make it as conclusive and short as possible for your side, on your side. And therefore, I would like to invite you at least to say welcome to your guests, hello to your guests, and then we shall invite you, the Executive Secretary, Dr. Workene, and the Deputy Attorney General to come down for the signing ceremony. After which, we request the whole assembly to escort the Honorable Minister when he has got a handshake from His Excellency Dr. Workene. We shall escort him to the front of the conference center for a group photo, and then we will all return. We will all reconvene to continue with this ceremony. Thank you, Honorable Minister. You're most welcome to greet your guests. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Master of Ceremonies, Your Excellency Dr. Workene, my colleague, the ministers here present, representatives of the EU, staff of the Secretariat, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is my great honor and pleasure to take this opportunity to welcome you all to Kampala and to Uganda this morning. Indeed, as Dr. Wokne did point out, Kampala is not for Ugandans. Kampala is for Africans, first and foremost, and for all of us. Feel at home, enjoy it, it is your home. Today, I want to say that I am particularly humbled by the decision of the IGAD Secretariat to organize this function here. They could have said, all of you come to the Secretariat, after all that is the headquarters, come and let's put pen to paper to this document. But in their wisdom, they have said, we will go to Kampala. And I would like to say, thank you very much. You make us very, very humble indeed by that decision. We are gathered to sign a document. A short while ago, I was chatting with the executive secretary, and I was telling him we are actually late because this was instructions as far back as 1986 when this organization came into existence. We were instructed to be able to put pen to paper on this particular matter. And so taking action so many years after that instruction is a little late, but they say better late than never. We put particular emphasis and importance to this protocol because, again, as the executive secretary did hint, it is useless for us to exist as an organization if we are not free to be part of that organization in each and every corner of that organization. You are aware that at the AU level, they have now created champions in order, indeed, to champion specific aspects of the activities of the AU. President Museveni, as you may be aware, is the champion for integration. And therefore, when we put emphasis to a document of this nature, it is indeed in line with our belief and aspirations, not only for our region IGAD, but for our continent Africa, that we must look at all instruments, look at all possibilities to be able to bring us closer together so that we can be able to trade amongst ourselves, we can be able to work easily amongst ourselves, we can be able to move labor across borders with ease. So I find it particularly pleasant that today we in the IGAD region are doing this, and I believe we are only part of Africa, and we are fulfilling the desire of our entire African region of integrating more. And so I look forward to the region, IGAD region, being fully integrated. I would like to encourage colleagues who have not yet put pen to paper on this subject matter as a family. Finally, let me say this, that today we join our colleagues in ensuring that this does happen. But we are also aware that there are other things that we need to continue to do. Indeed, as I was chatting with the executive secretary a little earlier, there are quite a number of things that are still in the making, and I am very pleased by the level of progress, the level of commitment that is taking place in as far as these different other activities are concerned. I believe that under the leadership of Dr. Wokne, IGAD has made strides, IGAD will make strides, and IGAD will be a very strong, important, and very, very useful organization for this area. For that, I want to say finally once again, thank you very much for coming, and thank you for feeling at home in Uganda. We will try to make you feel at home so that you do not have to go away anyway. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Honorable Minister. I would like to request the Ministry of Foreign Affairs team to proceed with the next ceremony. Again, as I had said earlier, IGAD Secretariat was requested to convey to the member states that the Honorable Minister of Foreign Affairs, the General JJ, has to cross over quests, that he's with us for this short time, and then he will leave as we proceed with the session. So would like to apologize for the manner in which we have rushed the program, but also request that we reconvene to continue the program, because the Honorable Minister has to open another important meeting. Please, I would like to invite His Excellency Dr. Workene and the Honorable Minister in witness from the Attorney General, but also the Honorable Minister and the Chair of IGAD. I think we can all come down and witness the signing ceremony. Honorable Balam, we can all come down here. We have 8 original copies of the protocol. This will be the 5th member state of IGAD to sign the protocol. The first one was the Republic of Sudan. The second, the Republic of South Sudan. The third was the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia. The 4th signature came from the Federal Republic of Somalia. And today, the 5th signature will come from the Republic of Uganda, a founder member state of IGAD. We are indeed privileged, we are honored, and we are very, very happy for this occasion. His Excellency, the Honorable Minister of Foreign Affairs, is signing the protocol on free movement of persons in IGAD region in the witness of the Honorable Balam Barugahare, the Minister of State for Gender, Labor, and Social Development, in charge of children and youth of the government of the Republic of Uganda, in witness of the Honorable Jackson Kafusi, the Deputy Attorney General and Minister of State for Justice and Constitutional Affairs of the government of the Republic of Uganda. Also witnessing the signing ceremony is the representative from the IGAD chair, the Republic of Djibouti, Colonel Idris. This signing ceremony is also witnessed by the EU delegation to the Republic of Uganda, represented by His Excellency Guillaume Chatren, and also Madame Eleni from the EU delegation to the Republic of Djibouti and IGAD. We also have witnessing this important ceremony, Madame Fatia Loan, the Director of Social Development and Health at the IGAD Secretariat in Djibouti, who has been actually the guiding force behind the success of this protocol. We are indeed so honored that today all the 7 IGAD member states present will witness this important milestone towards regional integration in the IGAD region. Deepening regional integration is a provision in the agreement establishing IGAD 1986, in which member states agreed that they would have right of free movement of persons, the right of entry and exit, right of residence, right of establishment. The key blocks of the protocol are movement of persons, right of residence, and right of establishment, establishing businesses which will then improve household incomes, for stability of our region, for peace and security. Excellencies, we are honored by this commitment from the Republic of Uganda today. And we're indeed hopeful that the remaining member states of the Republic of Kenya, the Republic of Djibouti, the state of Eritrea, will also follow and conclude the signatures for the protocol in the region in the shortest time in the coming months. Excellencies, distinguished delegates, we have this signature in English version, but also in French version. And therefore, all IGAD member states will be able to read the protocol. The Republic of Uganda, the government of Uganda has been a champion of free movement. Even before we signed the paper, they have hosted IGAD citizens and African citizens. And therefore, this is symbolic to an already existing practice by the government of Uganda. Excellency, Dr. Workene, as you have wisely taught us, we would like you to extend appreciation to the government of Uganda, to the EU delegation in Djibouti, the EU delegation to Uganda, and I would like to call upon my colleagues, Japheth Kasimbu, Beth Nyadimo, and Innocent Ndahiriro. I would like to call them to bring forth some gifts that I request you present to the Honorable Minister. But first, before the gifts, they are doing an exchange of the protocol, which is fully signed. Would like to congratulate the people of the IGAD region for this very big milestone and commitment from the government of the Republic of Uganda. Excellencies, the gifts are labeled, and I would like to request the officers to actually open them so that they know what they have given to who. Excellencies, we request you come to the middle a bit so that all the media will see you properly. But also the EU representative to the Republic of Uganda. He also receives compliments from the Executive Secretary of IGAD saying basically thank you. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the technical assistance. Please give the next award also to the Ambassador of the EU for the Republic of Uganda. It is here. So we are presenting it to, yes. Thank you, Honorable Minister. We are very grateful that you have found time to again lead us in this process by appending your signature on behalf of the government. We are all going to the front of the stairs with the Honorable Minister, taking a group photo. Let us do that as fast as possible. And then I request all the VIPs at the high table to return with the delegations for the rest of the session. Please, let's have our seats. Where are all the delegates? Sharon, can you bring the Honorable Minister? I would like to welcome the representative of the EU delegation at the high table, the chair of IGAD, the Honorable Minister of State for Labor, I'm just wondering where are the delegations? Please, delegates, can we please take our seats? We are just trying to see if the Honorable Minister is coming. Council, is the Minister coming? You're most welcome, Honorable Minister. Bear with the Secretariat. There are many commitments of the government officials, but we appreciate your commitment as government of Uganda. Please have your seat next to the chair of IGAD. Next to the chair of IGAD. Honorable Minister, once again, apologies because the government of Uganda has been very busy. We accepted their 30 minutes for this ceremony to sign the protocol, but we are also staying with you for 3 days. We shall continue to be with you, Honorable Minister. From here, we are going back to Entebbe, where we shall spend the next days until Friday. Honorable Minister, bear with the Secretariat. We appreciate and we are very grateful you're here. The media is here. And this event is a global event because it is being live streamed for the global audience as well. Your Excellencies and distinguished delegates, allow me now invite the representative of the EU delegation to the Republic of Uganda to give his remarks. Welcome.
Thank you, Lucy. Your Excellency, IGAD Executive Secretary, Dr. Wakne Gebeyu, Honorable Minister of State for Gender, Labor and Social Development, dear Balam, dear IGAD Director for Health and Social Development, Fatia, dear IGAD Head of Country in Uganda, dear Jocelyn, dear representative from Ugandan government and IGAD member states, dear partners, dear friends. It's an honor for me to represent the EU delegation today at this landmark signing ceremony for Uganda and to witness once again the leadership of this country towards regional integrations and towards solidarity with its fellow IGAD member states. It also marks the culmination of the EU-funded programs towards free movement of persons and transhumans in the IGAD regions. After 7 years and a total contribution of 15 million euros, witnessing the signing of the protocol by one of IGAD's founding member states today underlines the critical importance of free movement regimes for the citizens of both these nations and the broader region. Meanwhile, it highlights the success of the EU-IGAD cooperation and partnership, especially opportune as we approach the conclusion of this program. Nearly 30 years ago, the European Union adopted the Schengen Agreement, enshrining the principle of free movements for over 425 million EU citizens and numerous non-EU citizens as tourists, exchange students, and for business purposes. This agreement, by facilitating unrestricted movement across the Schengen area, has significantly bolstered our economic dynamics and fostered a deeper sense of unity and solidarity among EU citizens and EU member states. It is this very freedom of movement that illustrates the tangible benefits of closer cooperation, serving as a cornerstone of our integration. This has changed forever the sense of belonging to one single entity for millions of EU citizens. As we share this experience and insights, the EU is committed for supporting our African partners in realizing their goals for regional integration, demonstrating that our commitment to such principle extends beyond our borders. And we aim to assist in benefiting from positive transborder socio-economic gains through the adoption of implementation of free movement protocols in regions such as the Horn of Africa. In this light, the EU experience vividly illustrates the potential gains of implementing similar protocols in other regions, including IGAD. The free movement of persons can act as a powerful engine for development, enhancing trade, supporting labor mobility, and enriching cultural ties. It paves the way for a more connected and prosperous community. And by sharing our experience and lessons learned, the EU aims at supporting our African partners. Meanwhile, the establishment of a free movement regime is a process that requires strong political commitments from associated members, as politication of planned and well-managed migration and labor migration policies in the IGAD region can positively contribute to development and provide protection to the people on the move. The EU has been a long-standing partner for IGAD and of the overall continent on free migration and movement. And we have been working for IGAD to establishing a free movement regime in the regions, supporting its regional mandate and convening power. The leadership of the Executive Secretariat and of the Executive Secretary himself has been crucial in the development and adoption of the Protocol of Free Movement of Persons and Transhumans in the regions. And it will continue to be essential for a coordinated implementation of the protocol. As a regional organization that has evolved into a union, we fully recognize the pivotal role of such organizations' leadership in steering the course of integration and cooperation. Equally, we understand the crucial need for continuous engagement with the member states, especially on matters that touch the core of national sovereignty, such as citizenship and migration. This understanding underscores the European Union's robust commitment to promoting free movement within the IGAD regions, and to promote with the Executive Secretariat its policy. So today I also want to reaffirm the EU unwavering support to IGAD member states in strengthening the cooperation on such issues. We are therefore encouraging and supporting your steadfast commitments and ownership of relevant programs tied to regional integration and development. This to promote notably the ratification and domestication of the protocols on free movement of persons and transhumans. Furthermore, we are dedicated to facilitating the harmonization of laws and the adoption, amendment, and enactment of policies. These efforts are essential not only for alignment, but also for providing the necessary guidance for the effective operationalization of those protocols. By working together, we can ensure that these frameworks are not only adopted, but are also effectively implemented, leading to tangible benefits for the citizens of the IGAD region. Beyond the Horn of Africa, experience from other RECs show that support to institutional regional dialogue on migration-related issues can contribute to deepening regional integration, as well as increasing capacity of those RECs to effectively conduct political dialogue. In this regards, IGAD's systemic engagement with relevant partners in free movement of persons and transhumans, social protection, as well as migration governance active in the IGAD regions, such as state and non-state actors, international organizations, others RECs, will be important for all parties involved. Ladies and gentlemen, with this important achievement in the area of labor, migration, and transhumance, Uganda today brilliantly shows how national priorities and regional integration agendas can work together. By doing so, it takes us a step closer to proper implementation of the protocol and free movement regime in the regions, but also in the wider sense to free movement of persons on the continent. I would also like to thank the IGAD Secretariat for closely accompanying Uganda and all IGAD member states in this process through legal policy and finance support. I extend this congratulations to our partners, the International Labour Organization and IOM, for contributing knowledge, competencies, and expertise in the area of labor migration, policy development, and child labor throughout the implementation of this action for Uganda and all IGAD member states. While marking with today, somehow, the end of the first phase of our EU support to free movement of persons and transhumance program, I reiterate the EU commitment to the partnership between the EU and IGAD, and I want to thank our delegation in Djibouti and to IGAD for its works, and thank you, Eleni, in particular, for your hard works in supporting our IGAD partners. The EU commitment to the partnership between the EU and IGAD remains strong, and we believe in IGAD leadership as a solid foundation towards a fully functioning and free movement regime in the IGAD regions. With these few remarks, I wish you all the best. Thank you, merci, Hamasaganello, Mahatsanit, and all other language.
Thank you, Excellency, thank you. Karibu sana. Excellencies and distinguished delegates, please allow me invite the representative of the IGAD chair of the Republic of Djibouti, here represented by Colonel Idris. You're welcome, sir, to give your remarks.
Thank you. Good morning. Bonjour tout le monde. Excellence Dr. Worken Gebegu, Secretary Executive de l'IGAD. Excellence, Honorable Balance, Ministre du Genre, du Travail et du Développement social du gouvernement de l'Ouganda. Madame Fathia Alouane, Directrice de la Division de la Santé et du Développement social de l'IGAD. Monsieur Guillaume Chartrand, chef adjoint de la délégation de l'Union européenne en Ouganda. Mesdames et Messieurs les représentants des États membres, chers participants à vos rangs et grades respectifs, en guise d'introduction, permettez-moi tout d'abord d'adresser mes vifs remerciements à notre pays hôte, l'Ouganda, pour son accueil chaleureux. Je suis heureux que nous puissions nous retrouver dans ce beau pays que tant de visiteurs apprécient pour sa richesse culturelle, sa beauté, sa faune abondante et sa diversité. Je suis tout particulièrement honoré de participer aujourd'hui à Kampala avec vous à cette journée solennelle. Encore une fois, merci pour tous les protocoles d'accueil mis en place pour que cet événement historique et fort important puisse se dérouler dans les meilleures conditions. Mesdames et messieurs, nous voici réunis aujourd'hui à Kampala en marge de l'atelier régional de la phase 1 du protocole de l'IGAD sur la libre circulation des personnes et la transhumance dans la région de l'IGAD pour la signature du protocole par
l'honorable, le général Gégé Odongo Abobakar, ministre des Affaires étrangères du gouvernement de l'Ouganda. Conscient de l'importance accordée par l'IGAD à l'intégration régionale et économique, nous ne pouvons que saluer aujourd'hui cette signature du protocole de l'IGAD sur la libre circulation des personnes et la transhumance dans la région de l'IGAD par l'Ouganda. Ceci est le résultat d'un long processus d'élaboration du régime de libre circulation dans la région de l'IGAD qui découle des recommandations faites dans le cadre régional des politiques migratoires de l'IGAD qui incitent les États membres de l'IGAD à adopter et à appliquer les protocoles appropriés pour concrétiser progressivement au sein de nos pays membres la libre circulation des personnes, du droit de séjour et de la liberté d'établissement, notamment l'accès à un emploi régulier dans les pays de destination. L'objectif du protocole et celui du cadre régional des politiques migratoires de l'IGAD est de mettre l'accent sur une priorité stratégique importante, celle d'œuvrer ensemble en faveur de la libre circulation des personnes pour parvenir au développement économique et social et à l'épanouissement de nos populations. Les États membres de l'IGAD poursuivent ainsi leur engagement de longue date, celui de multiplier les initiatives allant dans le sens d'une plus grande intégration régionale dans les États membres et de se doter les moyens et des mécanismes capables d'accélérer la croissance économique et de renforcer la sécurité de nos pays. Je ne vais pas m'attarder avec mes propos en retardant le discours solennel. Je vais laisser la parole aux différents distingués orateurs qui prendront la parole ici. Donc permettez-moi de transmettre mes félicitations encore une fois à l'Ouganda pour la signature du protocole ainsi qu'à ceux qui l'ont précédé et de les inviter au partage d'expériences avec les autres États nécessitant plus de temps pour mieux se préparer à la bonne exécution des dispositions du dit protocole. Merci de votre attention.
Recognize the presence of the IGAD Special Envoy on Youth because I think it's just so important that he introduces himself by standing to us. As I now most welcome
His Excellency Chatrin, IGAD Chair Kano Idris, the Director of Health in IGAD, Mimi Fatima Alwan, IGAD Director of Health and Social Development, all technical staff from the different ministries present, ladies and gentlemen. I am Barugahara Balamatenyi, the Honorable Minister of State for Youth, Children Affairs, and the Minister of Gender, Labor and Social Development. I bring you greetings from my sister, the Honorable Minister, Betty Akena Among, who was meant to be here with us, but she hasn't made it due to other commitments. However, I've managed to come to represent her. I would like to take this opportunity to welcome you all to this very important special event of signing the IGAD protocol. In this protocol, I've seen a couple of things that will benefit young people. I'm glad the IGAD Special Envoy is here for youth. I've seen Article 9 is the right to work. So our young people in Uganda will have a right to work anywhere, in any of the IGAD member countries. This is very good because I've been one of the beneficiaries of working to neighboring countries but we didn't have laws. I started business in South Sudan as early as 2007, but we worked without laws. I got a bit of harassment over years, but till recently things stabilized better. But now with these laws and our neighbors being signatories to this will improve our working relationship in a more legal way. And also I've seen another article that will encourage, that will support our young people, is self-employment. So when you're a young man, you can start now a business in Djibouti, in Ethiopia, in Kenya, Uganda, in South Sudan, with protection of this protocol. So this is very, very nice, Article 8. Then I also saw Article 14, free movement of students and researchers. Most youth, most young people, they are the researchers and the students. When you look at Uganda, for us, we already allowed that, but other countries have not been allowing that. So this will give us a chance to explore, to do research. For instance, I know South Sudan has good weather. It's a hot weather. We can do research in South Sudan. South Sudan started exploring their oil. They have been exporting their oil. So as young Ugandans who want to participate in the oil industry, we can now go and do research in South Sudan to know how better they did it in Kordofan, in the areas where they are doing in Bol, in Awil, where they have their oil wells. So this protocol is very, very good. I thank the people who did it, because you have covered the young people who I speak for and who I represent. Then I would like also to thank IGAD. Since 1986, calls upon IGAD member states to deepen the regional integration through, among other things, creating regime of free movement of persons, right of residence, right of establishment. I think this is very nice. Thank you, the people who have been behind it. In a special way, I would like to thank my president, who has been one of the engines for moving this protocol. His Excellency, the President, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. Thank you, Mr. President. The signing of the protocol of free movement of persons in IGAD improve cross-border trade and enhance investment in areas of origin, transit, and destination, because there will be free movement of persons across the region. This is very good. Many of our young people have been crossing over to Middle East countries looking for employment of $200. I was telling my sister Fatma that in countries like Somaliland, Somalia, and these other countries, there are jobs of $1,500. But why would someone go and work for $1,200? They need teachers. They have not had English teachers in Somalia. So when we have these protocols, people will now apply, young people will apply and get employment in those other countries. Even in South Sudan, they need English teachers. They need scientists, who we have in plenty. They end up not getting employment because we are a growing population. Over 78% of our population, they are young people. So thank you, IGAD Secretariat, everybody at IGAD, for having this vision, allowing our young people to move from country to country to look for employment legally with this protocol now. As a country, we have made a significant progress in the strive for the safe migration, both in short and medium term. We have carried out awareness creation of activities on safe and orderly, regular, and free migration in almost all regions of the country, with support of IMO. I'm therefore very optimistic that signing of this protocol will go a long way in improving the free movement of persons in the region. In a special way, I would like to thank IGAD Secretariat and our big partners, the European Union. They are not only the partners of, they are not only the donors or funders of programs in IGAD, they are our biggest donors or biggest funders of development programs and the socio-economic transformation programs. So on behalf of Government of Uganda, Your Excellency, representing European Union, convey our message of appreciation to the entire European Union Commission for the support you extend to us. Because European Union, you're a product of integration. Countries lived separately. We had East and West Germany, we had Belgium as its own, we had England, we had Finland, Australia, Poland, all these countries were living separately. But now you got a big bargain that I get one Schengen visa from Germany, it takes me to France, it takes me everywhere. So now it is collective bargain, bigger market, defense treaties, youth programs that are for all. So this IGAD, we are young, but I believe one day we shall also be like European Union, and we shall extend support to other regions to emulate like we're emulating you. So thank you for standing with us. I thank all of you once again, the distinguished delegates, for coming to be part and witness in the signing of the protocol of free movement of persons in IGAD region. Thank you very, very much for listening. For God and my country, I bless you all. Thank you.
Amen, amen, and amen. Thank you, Honorable Minister. We are indeed privileged to particularly have you in this session of IGAD meetings, because as I introduce the youth envoy, I would like to also inform you that His Excellency, the Executive Secretary of IGAD, Dr. Workene, has a very robust agenda for youth of the region, since they are 60% of our population. So we will be at your office continually to seek your guidance and support, Honorable Minister, and also for you to work with your counterparts, the rest of the IGAD member states, to make the youth highly productive for prosperity, stability, and the security of our region. I thank you, Honorable Minister. I would like to consult.
You asked me that I should declare the first session of signing the protocol closed. Then I will also ask the members present, the delegates. You allow me also proceed to another event at Mistil on nutrition of our young people. I beg you allow me to leave.
Thank you, Honorable Minister. Would we arise and sing the anthems in reverse so that the Honorable Minister can leave?
Afrika Mashariki, tuwezeshe kuishi kwa amani, tutimize na malengo yetu. Jumuiya yetu sote tuilinde, tuajibike, tuimarike. Umoja wetu ni nguzo yetu, idumu jumuiya yetu.
Thank you, Excellencies and distinguished delegates. Honorable Minister, thank you once again. Have a beautiful day. I request His Excellency Dr. Workene, please, for your availability for the media interviews. Sharon. The media interviews. can we proceed to our buses? We are returning back to Entebbe. I hope you've had a beautiful time in the city of Kampala. We have lunch served in Entebbe at the venue. We are all having lunch together in Entebbe. Please go to your beds. We are going right back to Entebbe.